Blessings, hey, blessings, hey. Welcome to Life's Place. Yo, this thought in my head right now, right? It's like I should have wrote it down, but it's gonna come up when I rewind the video to title it because I ain't titled it this time. But this one is like, yo, people are not gonna like you the closer you go to, the closer you personalize your relationship with the Most High, because they're gonna start looking at you as a goody two shoes, fucking bougie or conceited, because you choose to move through the higher elevations of you, seeing yourself at a higher view, like looking above your own self, stepping on your own toes when you're doing wrong, telling yourself over and over again on the lessons that you learned, so that you don't experience it again. Some people will regard you as bougie, they'll regard you as everything but human, you know? They'll call you demonic, they'll call you a witch, they'll call you every fucking thing, especially when you're into spirituality, all because of the fact that, you know what? It's a personal relationship with the Most High. They're spiritualists, right? That, everybody dabbles into the herbs and all that shit when it comes to the crystals and everything else like that. When it comes to the beneficial benefits, it does add to the macabre, right? But overall, spirituality is your personal relationship with the Most High. Just you, the naked version of you. When you take off this skin, this human clothing, just so that we can breathe on earth freely, we are just energy. And the energy of the Most High is moving through us in order for us, to continue on the purpose that we have for that unfolds in front of us when we choose to heal ourselves, right? Because choosing to heal really doesn't include an audience or the validation of others for you to heal or when to heal and what you should heal, when the choice is yours, right, to heal. But you will find a good amount of people that don't want you to heal. They'll tell you that healing is corny, you shouldn't want to heal your wounds, you should stay in trauma, and because of the bond that we traumatized together. No, the bond that we actually emotionally connected together keeps us traumatized. Therefore, we never leave that trauma, and we're always connected because of that trauma. And we're always emotionally tied to each other, where we can always emotionally pull on each other, where we keep each other in that bind of trauma. When you want to walk away from that type of shit, you'll have more and more people want to keep you bound to that shit, to the emotional ties, to the trauma, whereas you seeking peace and happiness for you, eh, they're more than likely try to deter you, negate you in another direction that is not happy for you, but happiness for them. The ones that feel as though that you looking at yourself at an elevated view is no good for you, because now you just too high up there for them, to see you, to even feel you. But at the same time, they don't want to feel themselves, because healing is an emotional ride. You're going to feel everything about you that you went through, whereas you choose the emotion that you want to move in, right? Do you want to move in the energy of those that made you miserable, mad, and bitter and angry, and keep that motion in front of you, where that is your emotion at all times, that moves your motion of you? Or you're going to choose the route where it actually grew you, when you learn that lesson, that's healing to you, that what wounded you again, when it comes to the triggers of people, places, and things around you, when you're healing you, right? It's like some people gonna think a whole bunch of things other than you just choosing you, you choosing the right decisions for you, the right choices for you, the right people to be around you, the right people to actually, have in your space, or the right people to converse with, the right places for you to go, because it's going to grow you. It's the same thing with the people that you add to your space. Are they growing you? Or are they taking from you? Are they depleting you? Are they, giving you nutrients that's going to feed your brain, that's going to feed not only your stomach, but are they adding to you, that's going to add to your creativity? Are they going to add to you where it's going to add to your fucking knowledge, expand you in a way where it's going to multiply you and magnify everything within you, to magnetize, everything for you? Whereas some people really do come around, you know to push you to get to that spot, to where you need to be, to grow you with the love and the support that not everybody had. Not everybody ever felt it, not everybody actually grew up in it. Whereas the love that they were shown is something so different from the love that you show, where action proves it. Whereas the words for them is just to say it but never felt, where the action is there but never spoken. But the service is there and the languages are different. You know, it's like choosing you really is just that, choosing you beyond before anyone else, with the notion that you should choose the way that they live or the way that they think, the way that they move, the way that they dress, all because it makes them comfortable, but not you. You know, anything to make anybody else comfortable, really, and not you, really don't care too much about your feelings more so than your emotions, or how it affects your moves. You know, cause and effect, not everybody believes in it, but get mad at the effect that they cause. No, they mad at the effect from the cause. But some lack accountability, let alone want to take responsibility for what they've done. Therefore, they repeat the cycle over and over again. You know, so it ain't. Don't ever feel bad moving higher or elevating past those that you know um, doesn't move you the same way, or doesn't accept you actually elevating you or wanting to change for you, meaning they not changing with you, or even sit up there, you know, wanting you to crash out, wanting you to get mad, wanting you to get angry when they know that you've been moving past it. You know, it's like folks will try their best to trigger you when you are thinking about you. You got to be careful of those around you, all because of the fact that not everybody wants to grow. They wants to stay in the playground. But all those that feel as though they got to change themselves around you is realizing to themselves that the mirror in front of them, they're not content with just like as much as you are content with the mirror image of you in front of you. It's like some will sit up there and try to act like they don't give a fuck. But they give a fuck about how they actually are when it comes to the energy that they're in when they're around you. You know, it's like people don't want to accept their own responsibility, let alone their accountability, but want to judge you because they feel as though your energy or you are judging them. Whereas the higher you sit up there and raise yourself up to elevate yourself up to sit up and get closer and closer to the Most High, they feel as though that you are judging them because of the fact that they don't want to change, or they see themselves as the parts of you that they should have changed when they had the chance to change, but they never did want to change. Therefore, they only projecting them on themselves what it is they should have changed, could have changed, would have changed, but never changed. But they made excuses for themselves to rather complain to other people and blame other people and blame you for changing. Think about it, yo, because not everybody's going to accept you for the changes, let alone accept you for the changes of that you made for you. Know what the most I, yo. Have a good one. Bye. Enjoy yourself.